Good morning and Assalamu alaikum to all. Dear students, last class we discussed the overview of production planning. Okay, and I told you that in this class we are going to discuss the production planning process. The production planning process. In this section, we will examine a systematic process for developing a production plan that takes advantages of an ERP system. Production planning is a complicated process. Already told you that. Production planning is a complicated process. Spreadsheet calculations are presented to explain and illustrate the key steps, and the corresponding screens in the SAP ERP system follow the spreadsheet data. Production planners, basically the production planners are employees. Production planners are employees who interact with the inventory system and the sales forecast to figure out how much to produce. They follow three important principles. First one, work from a sales forecast and current inventory levels to create an aggregate. That is, aggregate means combined. Aggregate production plan for all products. Aggregate production plans to help to simplify the planning process in two ways. First, plans are made for group of related products rather than for individual products. Second, the time increment used in planning is frequently a month or a quarter, while the production plan that will actually be executed operate on a daily or weekly basis. Aggregate plans should consider the available capacity in the facility. This is first point. Second one, break down the aggregate plan into more specific production plans. Okay, if you have a large plan, if we combined the production plan or if we made an aggregate plan, it is a very large, then we want to break it as pieces, as smaller ones. Okay, break down the aggregate plan into more specific production plans for individual products and smaller time intervals. This is the second one. And third point, third principle, use the production plan to determine raw material requirements. Use the production plan to determine raw material requirements. Okay. So, these are the three important principles which the production plan employees will follow. Okay. Production planners aggregate products into product groups to reduce the number of variables they must consider when developing a production plan. Developing production groups can become complicated. For example, cereal manufacturers can group together different cereals and so on. A consumer products company may group by product types, example, shampoo, laundry detergent, and disposable diapers, like that. The aggregate production plan for fitness snacker will combine the only two products. The aggregate production plan for fitness snacker, because I am telling this already we know fitness snacker, so that I am telling. Okay, the aggregate production plan for fitness snacker will combine the only two products. What are the two products? Already you know, Energy A and Energy B bars into one group to illustrate the process. The plan will be developed using a monthly time increment. Then this monthly production plan will disaggregated to determine weekly raw materials, orders, and daily production schedules. Okay. So, the production planner must follow these things. Who are the production planners? Obviously, the employees or the production planners. The production planners will follow these principles and this aggregation process. Okay, okay guys. Based upon this, the next topic is the SAP ERP approach to production planning. How the ERP approach to production planning. Okay, we have made a production plan, that is the smaller things are going to be clubbed, combined as a aggregate one. After making aggregate one, and again it may be divided as individual one. Okay, so that we have to simplify the process. Okay guys, now the second topic, the SAP ERP approach to production planning. The SAP ERP approach to production planning. For that I have a figure I will show. Okay, so this figure will explain how the production planning, the ERP approach for production planning. Okay, the SAP ERP approach to the production planning process is shown in this figure. Okay, it shows in this figure. Okay, referring to this figure throughout this section to trace production planning. Okay, referring this figure throughout this session will help us for production planning. The information at each stage of the production process follows through the following steps. Each step is explained in detail in the next section of this chapter. Okay, okay guys. Now you consider this figure. This figure can easily explain. This figure can easily explain you how the steps are going to be followed, and each and every step of this figure will tell you or will explain you in detail about the production planning of ERP, how the ERP approaches for production planning. Okay guys, here first one, sales forecasting. So sales forecasting is the process of developing a prediction of future demand for a company's products. Please note on this figure. I am explaining about the figure. First, I would like to explain what is sales forecasting. Sales forecasting is the process of developing a prediction of future demand for a company's products. Okay. Next one is sales and operations planning. SOP, SOP. Sales and operations planning is the process of determining what the company will produce. The sales forecasting and starting inventory levels in the diagram are inputs to this process. At first glance, it would seem that a company should just make products to match the forecasted sales, but developing the production plan can be more complicated because capacity must be considered. Many products have seasonal demand, and to meet demand during peak periods, production planners must decide whether to build up inventory levels before the peak demand, increase capacity during the peak period, subcontract productions, or use some combination of these approaches. Okay, so these are all comes under sales and operations planning, SOP. Okay, so next one is demand management. So what is the use of demand management? Okay, demand management is the process of breaking down the production plan into finer time units, such as weekly or even daily production figures to meet demand for individual products. Okay, so this is the use of demand management. And next one is detailed scheduling. What is detailed scheduling? Detailed scheduling uses demand management's production plans as an input for a production schedule. Methods of detailed scheduling depends on the manufacturing environment. For fitters snacker, the detailed production schedule will determine when to switch between the production of energy A and energy B. Energy A and energy B bars. Next one is production. This is the main thing. This is lost in the left side. So this is the main thing, production. Production uses the detailed schedule to manage daily operations, answering the questions, what should we producing? What should we producing? And what stuffing do we need to produce those products? These are the two queries rises when the production uses, okay, the production uses the detailed schedule to manage daily operations, answering the questions. Okay, answering these two questions. What are the questions? What should we be producing? What should we be producing? And what stuffing do we need to produce those products? Those products. Okay. So next, the right side, MRP. MRP. Okay. For MRP, there are two expansions are there. Okay. So here, MRP means materials requirement plan. Already we know that what is an MRP, maximum retail price. Okay. I am not telling about the maximum retail price. Okay. Here, the MRP means materials requirements planning. MRP. Materials requirement planning determines the most and timing of raw material orders. This process answer the questions. This process answer the questions. What are raw materials or what raw material? What raw material should we be ordering so we can meet a particular level of production? And when should we order these materials? Okay, so these are the these are this process answers for these two questions. We will get the answers from MRP for these two questions. Okay, and the last one in the right side, that is the figure shows in the last of the right side is purchasing. Okay, purchasing takes the quantity and timing information from MRP, this is materials requirement plan, and creates purchase orders for raw materials, which it transmits to qualified suppliers. Once again, I will tell you what is purchasing. Purchasing takes the quality and timing information from MRP and creates purchase orders for raw materials, which it transmit to qualified suppliers, Okay. So here I have given a detailed look at each of these steps in this production plan. I think you understood what is an production planning, okay, and how ERP approaches for production plan based upon the figure which I showed here. Okay, so this production planning process figure clearly explains, will clearly tell us how the production plans of ERP is going to be carried out. Okay, I think you understood. If you didn't, please once again go through. Already I have given the PDF notes in a PDF format. So please you go through that notes also, and you try to understand what I have explained. Okay, okay, guys. With these viewers, I will conclude today's session. Have a nice day. Thank you.